Hello everyone and welcome to another Division 2 video. Today we are finally continuing with the Playing Every Division series. I actually wanted to wait till I finally have good internet, but now I just decided I couldn't wait actually playing again, so I figured might as well just do a Playing Every Division video out of these games. So yeah, if you haven't heard, so the issue is that I've moved, and so the house where my new apartment is in has had fiber optics um, access installed, but the apartment not yet. And when I asked the internet provider if he could sell me a non-fiber optic plan, because the old copper cables are still in there, like also to the house, they refused and said they only, basically sell me fiber optic plan if there's fiber optic in the house available, which means that they need to install a connection in my actual apartment as well. But yeah, with Christmas and New Year's Eve and all these kind of things, that has been delayed till the start of January. So I'm playing via hotspot from my phone right now, which is okay. It's playable. I've already tried it, but the problem is that it can be a little bit laggy, and I've had a disconnect as well because sometimes there are some lag spikes for whatever reason. So that's the reason why I haven't been playing that much. Hello everyone, just a quick addition here from Owl from after playing this. So just want to note that this is not my greatest video in terms of commenting while I'm playing. As I either have already said or will be saying later on, I am quite rusty when it comes to playing, but I'm also quite rusty when it comes to commenting while I'm playing, because I've not done either of those in quite a while now. But I will work on improving this. It's just gonna take a bit to get back there. I still wanted to share this game because I think it's an interesting one to showcase some of the issues and strengths of this division. I'm very, very rusty and decided that we start with third guard mech. It's a Soviet division. It's an interesting one. Personally, I really do not play the Soviets all that much. I basically play every other faction other than the Soviets. For some reason, I've never really I don't know. For some reason, Soviets just haven't really worked for me. I feel like it is definitely a more skill-based faction than the other ones. They require a little bit more skill. But yeah, that's just me. Um, so yeah, we start with this one. I have already taken a look at it. I'm still not sure about some things, but we're gonna go through it real quick. And most realistically, we're just gonna have to start and see how it goes. So the recon tab is quite big, which is why I have a lot of things there. I have the Rozvetska there. I would absolutely love to have the Partisani PTRD there. I mean, 5 points for PTRDs, and you can. Now I can't because I have something else in there. Um, which is these. We could change that maybe. But you can bring them in fast transports. These are very, very useful against half tracks and whatnot. So I feel like 5 points. That's a steal. Having this would be great. Of course, these are fantastic as well, are very cost efficient. And then Panzerschrecks, of course. You do have Rozvetka, but you know, Panzerschrecks are just a little bit better. They have that extra penetration and damage, although a super heavy tank is not going to get that close usually. But what's more important for me is that they do have more ammo and they are cheaper. So if I really need the bazooka unit, I'd rather buy a Panzerschreck for 20 points. And if it actually survives, I get a lot of uses out of it than buying a Zvetka for 30 points and I get less uses out of it. And ironically, this is the one that has more survivability with the bigger squad size anyway. But with the price, I just don't see it happen. I do want to have the 45 mil. I think they're a fantastic tool for light AT. Assist 2 is kind of necessary. Maybe you could say that you don't need it in B phase and just fill that role with tanks. And then, yeah, you get 2 points. But I don't know. Personally, I just feel like I don't know, I feel very uncomfortable if I have to rely on tanks and cannot put AT guns around, so personally I like to do it that way. Tank tab is fine as it is, I think. Um, yeah, I mean, A phase is a little bit light, but we still have free shrooms, which do fine, and then the Valentines, which are quite fantastic. B phase, yeah, we get the heavier stuff. Nothing wrong there, and then I would like to have some Shermans in C phase, and truthfully, I don't think we're going to burn through all of this in like, I don't think we need more than this in B phase anyway, so that should do fine. Introduce tab, I have one question here, which is if this is a good unit. I mean, I'm not so sure, honestly. It is chunky. The loadout is kind of meh. Most of them are Mosins. They aren't fantastic. You do get Molotov, and it's only 20 points, so I'm gonna give them a try. But I might exchange them for afters. They are, yeah, we have afters. I'll probably exchange them for Aftos, but we're gonna try it now. I want to see how they do. These ones are fantastic, I think. I mean, 25 points for double machine gun units, and one of them isn't a DP. It's already better than the Gvard DP, so no complaints there, and you get more availability of them as well. Although you do not get the AT rifle, which sucks. Right, or did I? No, you don't. And you get some SVTs as well, which is fantastic. But otherwise, what else is there to say? Support type kind of sucks. Yeah, no 2K, no OB25s, no nothing. I had the commander in there originally. I already did some changes, I'm sorry. And then took it out to put the 50 million there. I love to have the commanders in my deck, but I don't use them very often. And especially if you go with aggressive incomes, I feel like unless it's a mirror income, I usually rather have more units on the field than have the commander there. So there's that. What else? Not super happy with the small artillery tab, and I probably should be taking the off map. But I just take off map, so I'm not taking it. Let's say 3 guns are kind of underwhelming. But yeah, this thing is actually nice. Shouldn't die that easily. It's great. And yeah, I think there's nothing else to talk about. I mean, these, I don't know. The LHE is not a very good fighter. I'm not sure about the fighter bomber. I'm also not sure about the napalm play. I'm gonna try it out. And then the big thing here, yeah, it's kind of nice. I have to match in, but I'm not 100% sure. And then, yeah, what I'm more concerned about is this, the P39. If I should take this to have an actual fighter, because I don't think that these will do a good job with just 120 mil and the 12.7 mil. This, the smaller ones that don't really count. The 37 mil actually does a lot of damage. It's also much faster, of course, because it's a dedicated fighter and not a fighter bomber. Yeah, I don't know. For now, we're gonna leave it, but we might change this after the game. And here we are against 3rd Canadian. So that's not super good news because the Canadians, of course, are well equipped for the town fights. Also, Piats everywhere, which means that my Shermans are not as effective here, which really sucks. Also, they have a scary Air Force, and Soviet AA is kind of lackluster. I mean, the 37 mil is a 37 mil, but it's not a super good 37 mil. That's gonna be a problem. I should win in CQC. 3rd Canadian has some better CQC assets than regular Commonwealth units, but it's not that much better. The Stormtroopers, and that's about it. Have to think. So the issue is, usually I would say, it's a common way to deploy here, just rush. Oh, by the way, we should do this. Forgot in the last couple of games, and since I mostly play tournament games in last month, like in the last 4, 5, 6 weeks, I haven't actually played that much, but otherwise I've mostly been playing tournament games, not that much quick play anymore. Partly also because I've started doing these videos, because like, yeah, casting just means that it's less time that I'm playing at the Steel Division, because of course I haven't actually magically gotten more time. So yeah, I've kind of forgot this because in the tournament people usually don't rush you. Yeah, usually I push here, but I do not think that I have the speed. I could with the 45 mils, since I do not have any support weapons. Yeah, no, they do not have any support guns, so might actually be a possibility to get up here with these and then follow up with the Shermans. And then also to try to cross over here. The problem here is that I do not think this is a smart idea because I do not have 2K. And 117 pounder like right here will stop that. So Usually, like with tanks, you can actually do that. You could also try to push here a little bit more aggressively. It's definitely a smart choice as well. Problem is, without any 2K, it is not really an option. Honestly, you can fight on this map without 2K, but it's definitely playing this game on hard mode. Like in this area here, even here, you might want to have some more range, so it sucks that I don't have it. But yeah, let's see. Having some carried Dushka is definitely helpful. The problem is having Piats everywhere on my opponent. Kind of removes that advantage. Not a really annoying thing about playing against Western ally with Soviets is, of course, that against the Germans you at least have a speed advantage, right? But this is not true against Western allies. They have jeeps as well. So I usually put something here. For some reason, it seems to work. Usually, even if when I play against someone who's doing it, even though, we're being honest, if you actually look at the range, it should be spotted from like away. We're gonna put something there. Can we try? I would love to get into that position there, but I'm not really sure I can. Well, what I'm 100% gonna do is I'm gonna bring a 50 mortar into the town. I mean, I have these things, I might as well use it. It's a fantastic tool, so it'd be stupid of me not to use it. I'm also gonna bring a flamethrower in here, and what I'm gonna do is I need to remember this because it will run into here because of the auto cover. What I need to remember is turn auto cover off and like make it go right there. Just want to hold this flag. I want to peek out. Yeah, I think we're just gonna rush more of these in the town. When he has fast, we're gonna do this just in case he doesn't actually attempt to go there. Might as well just try it. And then, oh, they come in the. Yeah, that's annoying. They come in the slow transports. So maybe I should take the other machine guns actually. Like I want to have the MG42, but if it comes in the slow transport, it's still useful. I kind of like to have it like at the front line fast and quick so that I actually get to profit off from the fire support. Don't want to buy one of these right away. But if that's the case, you can kind of forget about rushing onto here and contesting this, which really sucks. So then we should probably focus on the town. Because I just don't see myself contesting this open ground just with 45 mils. That's just not going to happen. They're going to stop the stag hound that's coming, probably. But then what? Like, if there's machine guns, they will win against that. That's what I'm concerned about. Machine gun will be in fast transport. This is also slow. I mean, what we could do... Okay, let's do the town first, actually, and then we decide. Ah, these come... okay, I've not been thinking this through. These all come in slow transports, which is highly problematic, of course. Okay. So I'm covering both roads here off with these guys, just in case I get rushed by stackhounds. And I'm just going to push heavy into town. I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some leaders here as well. That was not a smart idea, was it? Yeah, this is going to be a long deployment video and all these kind of things. Sorry, guys. Maybe one more. I can have some of these pushing as well. They're not super good, but I'm gonna put that guy here, and then we can push through this row. We're gonna put one down like somewhere back here, and then we can slowly start pushing forward over there. Then the leaders, of course. I wanna have one like back here. I'm gonna move that forward later on. I'm gonna have one like over here once I start pushing. And then I'm gonna have a T-34. We're gonna have So this will be my main fighting force. I wanna bring a Rozvedka early on there as well. Some Dushkas. The problem with these is it's gonna be very micro intensive. This is a very close quarter town. Like look at these areas here. So this is all just places where the Dushka cannot live up to its full potential because the Piats are really gonna be an issue. But we're gonna have to wait and see. Some recon as well. Never know actually which of these is faster. If we're getting into here, this one will probably be faster, wouldn't it? No, not sure. Anyway, we're gonna put recon like right here. We're gonna put recon. Yeah, this is kind of should contest this hill, but I feel like I'm just gonna get pushed out of it again. We're gonna put one of these here. We're gonna put one of these there. Very defensively. And then what I'm more concerned about is trying to hold this here as well. And then the rest we're going to put there. So he starts the timer. He's one of these guys. Okay. And now we don't really have the forces to push up here, don't we? This is... So if I can get into here, it's okay. No, I don't. I'm not going to take this. Or, no, okay. Love back and forth. I will, but I will put it like here. Because now I just needed to protect my infantry if something comes around here. I'm not actually going to be using it for directly fighting. No, that would be suicide. And then it's going to go here. And we can cut down here a little bit. I think I invested a lot here, so we're not going to need to let go of the Partisanis here. That's good. And that gives me Gvard DP. Need CQC though. I can bring the Flamers. That's a weird deployment. It's gonna be okay. Okay, so at least he's a nice guy and waiting. Because a lot of people don't do this. Like they just start a timer and let it run down. Like I felt like what he was doing is starting to see if I start as well and then stopping it again. It was letting it run. I don't know. I was confused. I could have reduced here as well and got like one more over there. It's a terrible deployment. I know. I'm really rusty. This map, I don't know, has not been good to me recently. I've lost. I don't wanna reduce the achievement of the guy that did it, but I recently lost a tournament game here as well against another player that I've beaten in the past, and it felt like I played super bad because I was a little bit out of shape, but also, yeah, I just this map, I don't know. Never really know how to play it. I know that you can do massively here, but it's always a weird one. FCR needs to be turned off. Where did my flamers go? Okay, looks like a Crusader stat. Oh no, I'm gonna lose it. No, I don't. Okay, that's good. That sucks. Oh. I'm gonna bring some partisani here to deal with that problem. 12-12. I'll do a little flanking maneuver there. These have arrived just now. Look at that. That's so bad. It's so bad. What else can we do? Steward here. Yeah, now he's pushing, of course, because now he can. Oh, we're gonna stop that. Do we have some infantry here? We can just bring one of these here. That's gonna be fine. I'm gonna bring one of these over there. Yeah, now he's just pushing with other stuff. That's... Yeah, I forgot about this being there as well. Oh, this is so annoying. Can we maybe try and get like a little side angle there? GQ. What are you spawning? Oh, no. That's a steward. Correction, that was a steward. If the heat shell is gonna land, I'm gonna lose it. It doesn't. Ah, come on. There is a reason why I do have freaking DPs on these units. So why do I have these kind of armaments on them? And he loses against a... Oh wait, is it a... I haven't actually checked. Oh, it's a 75mm armor one. Whoops! Ooh. Don't mind if I do. How did that get... Come on now, how did that get so close? I mean, why do I have... Okay, we're gonna need AA here. And some more armor. No, it died without killing it. Yeah, that was a little bit too aggressive, probably. I'm gonna put some of these there. I'm gonna put one of these here. And then we're gonna push back in there eventually. Oh. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Put one here. This can actually cover this off a little bit. And then we need to find a way to push forward into here. We'll need more of these probably. That's that dead. Move forward here. Gonna put him there. Oh, there's an AT gun here. Must be expected. Just gonna. Okay, we are reaching B phase very, very soon. Looking forward to that. Slowly re-grabbing territory here. It's great. Yeah, I feel like this is not really the matchup that we want on this map. It's just my impression though. Can we fire at that actually? Because if that's that, we can 100% fight this. Oh, okay, yeah, now we can. Now we can anyway. Let's continue to push here. Just need to make sure that we're standing, not getting too close. I'm gonna need AA here as well, don't we? We do. You can move forward. You can also move forward. You can get into here, just make sure that you stay out all the 50 cal doing their work. Honestly, I really do not like the way that the 50 cals work with suppressing planes. I'm grateful right now, but I'm actually not a huge fan of it, if I'm being honest. I can actually contest the open. At least now I can. Need to clear this out and then move forward. Gonna have to wait for some Gvard DPs though. Oh, and I do get the hits, don't I? Oh, that's so annoying. Anyway, let's clear this out. We have to, yeah, I forgot that they come through there now. This is a little bit annoying. Oh, whoops. Right here, is where I would like them to unload. Gonna get one of those, and then we can push through there. Yeah, that was actually kind of stupid that I forgot to... I'm gonna lose this. I'm gonna lose this. Yeah, I forgot to put another Zvedka there. That's completely on me. That was a major mistake there. I think you can actually start working on pushing through there now. I feel like I kind of have to, actually. And I also completely forgot about the fact that, yeah, there is an AT gun here. I'm gonna wait till it reveals. No, it's not gonna reveal itself again. Don't think so. I'm gonna have to reposition this a little bit. Yeah, look, dude, you can't push like that. That doesn't work. Oh, it bounced. Valentines are so disgusting. Valentines are so disgusting. I don't actually need this. I can redirect them. $13.11 though, I need more than that. I do need more than that, fortunately. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna fortify this a little bit. That was a misclick. I need recon here before I do anything else. Oh, there it is. Is it moving? It is. I can just redirect this, that's okay. These should also be able to cover this off now. Is it gonna lose line? I can unload it right before it shoots. Like right now. And it retargets. Not gonna solve the problem ultimately though. It's at least, you know, it's something. I'm gonna bring some of these here. I'm gonna need some of these. And then we're gonna push there. In the meantime, no. Look at that. Valentine's doing their magic. Can you spot this now? That'd be fantastic. Okay, so it's in here, clearly. Can I get... Maybe I can get it, actually. Yeah, they're gonna lose this. Now I can grab this. And then you go through here. No, it has... Yeah, I forgot that it has been moved forward. It's only the right direction, though, in time. That's the important part here. Might want to move here now. Can fight there. And now we can start pushing. Need to retreat now.
Don't shoot.
Can I try to push back in here? Probably not, but who knows. put defensive fire there. Gonna make it easy to micro out now. These are the ones that are just arriving here. Yeah, I'm gonna get into there, please. Oh, he spotted this, hasn't he? He has. It looks like he's dead set on using a lot of artillery. And then all of you can actually try to unload here. You can try to unload there. Oops. Try to unload there. Ah, there's a kangaroo here. Okay. I'm just gonna let this do its magic now. Ah, he can't stop this actually. It's the biggest threat right now. Oh, I will take that. Thank you very much.
Капитан.
Oh, wow, okay. Didn't expect that to go this way. That's kind of bad now. And now we just start pushing. We get one of these there.
Прикончили гадов.
I need more tanks here. Actually, we're gonna stop it here. Maybe even back up a little bit.
Оружие на изготовку.
Yeah, fun getting me out of here again. Now we can actually swing up north. And try to contest this as well. We can get this here. We can get this like up here. We're gonna get one of these here. And yeah. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no, 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 no. I'll just die.
Вижу противника. Борис, ложись. Берлин, товарищи. Эскадрилья готова.
Thank you very much. You can go here, you can go here. Okay, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have pushed that far. Maybe that was a mistake. AT, we're gonna get one of these up here now. You can push in here, actually, you can push in here as well. You can push in here, you can push over here. We're gonna get a tanko in here. And he's surrendered. Interesting choice. I think he could have turned it around. I mean, it was a trading, but it was not super bad, like in terms of trades. What was super bad was my plate, if we're gonna be honest. Like, I don't know. I'm so terrible with Soviets. And I've wasted so many units. Level 16, he's a newer player. I mean, he held on quite well. Yeah, 300 games, it's not that bad. And it's relatively even too. I feel like though that yeah, I feel that I'm rusty. I feel like I should have done better than this. Like it was embarrassing. I felt like I did make the right call with not trying to contest the left flank right at the start. That just was not like the open parts, at least this just wasn't the way to go. My deployment was super lackluster and somehow it worked out. It's one of the typical examples where the actual breakthrough happens in Z phase, right? I've talked about this multiple times on the channel. It's a classic. Yeah, look at the traits. I played so bad with my planes. The Yamcha, I did a lot of work. I I managed to not lose too many units to peons, and I'm proud of that. That's already an achievement to me. Ah, the Valentine. Valentines are so great. I love these things. Valentines are fantastic. Um, Anything else? Yeah, let's look at the losses rather. This is more showing me what I did wrong. So I lost some stuff to stack hands at the start. That was to be expected. Not in the places where I'd expected it though. That's an important part. Lost a lot to rifles, but yeah, the town at the start I really mismanaged. I took the 50mm mortars and I just didn't really micro them well, which is a shame. But I mean, yeah, as I said, I'm rusty and I definitely feel it. Like talking like I'm a very good player or anything, and I'm definitely not. But I feel like when I was in my prime, like I could actually really micro 50mm mortars, at least for my skill level, well. Not to say that I can compete with any of the top players when it comes to that, microing your 50 mils, but I would say that I have been very used to micro them and I did it well compared to other people on my skill level. I've not seen many people on my skill level using 50 mils. Um, and currently I'm just rusty. So yeah, I know it sounds like a like a very good player talking, but I know I'm average. Um, yeah, nothing too bad. I mean, the Firefly there kind of screwed me, and I didn't think ahead of that. Like I knew that Third Canadian has Firefly. Third Canadian is one of my favorite divisions of all times, um, and I just didn't really plan ahead for this to happen. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking there. Like the push was super bad. Because this is random, I just couldn't get to suffer the consequences, which actually would have been good for the learning experience. Now, because I pushed forward really heavily, but I didn't like until I saw that Firefly, I didn't actually think of how I'm gonna secure this once I got it, and this is not good. You need to think about securing your push as well. Um, but yeah, interesting game. Let's talk now about the deck and my thoughts on it. Okay, so what are my thoughts on the division now? I've waited a little bit and I had some time to think about it, so here is my judgment. I do think it's a solid B tier division, somewhere in B tier. It's not great. It is weak in some aspects, right? It misses some key tools. Support tab is really lackluster. You do not have good artillery. It's Soviet infantry without like you have the Partisan DP, which is great in the Partisani as well, but it's not anything super special. Like nothing out of the ordinary there. Partisani DP is certainly better than the Gvard DP in terms of firepower, but it is nothing phenomenal, and it lacks the AT tools, which Gvard DP has, so there's that. Um, but it's good at one thing, and this is fighting in towns and more CQC oriented areas. So on some maps, I think this can do actually quite well. Having the Shermans helps a lot there, and we all know Soviet infantry. It's great at CQC. At range is kind of meh. Um, yeah, I also think Maverick is the way to go, since you do not really have that good artillery. I don't think you can play it anything else in Maverick, or sorry, you can play Vanguard or something like that probably as well, but it just wouldn't go with a long income. It wouldn't go balanced or anything. You don't necessarily need to get into the Arctic grind, but often it happens, so you kind of want to have this available to you, at least for the quick queue. For you know, for tournament games, it's another story. I feel like for the quick queue for quick play, you do want to have artillery there as well. Yeah. Would I change things? Yeah, there's some things that I would definitely consider changing. The biggest issue for me is speed of some units. Um, like we've seen it when when I wanted to deploy MGs. That's definitely not good. Now, I'm also not, yeah, I mean, this comes down to speed as well. There's, of course, a lot of tools that I would love to have, but they are just not there, so there's not much we can do about it, right? Especially in support, that there's some things that I would love to have. I'm also still not sold on the Recon tab and the AT tab, but I think this is kind of how I want to keep it. Let's start with the things that I would like to leave as they are. So the tank tab, I think it's fine as it is. We could definitely consider taking another Valentine. Valentines are fantastic. We've seen it with a fast rate of fire, decent penetration and good armor and a cheap price. Um, so I would say it's definitely worth considering taking a card in B phase instead of the leader, and I haven't actually used that. But I still think that having the leader there is fine and can be strong. So I'm gonna leave it for now, but I would probably no. It's very slow, but yeah, I feel like one more Valentines. They're just super fantastic. It's also match dependent, of course. Against Shermans, they have shown to do very well. Um, no, yes, no, no. I'm gonna stay with the leader because I feel like we have plenty of these that we can also use in B phase still. So for now, I'm gonna leave it as is, but I might change this at some point in the future. Air tab is fine. It's not great, but yeah, what else you want to do? Artillery tab. There's something that I've noticed, which is that this one actually has radio. Nothing here is radio, but we can take the spotters and take out the sniper. I feel like single vat recon we get free and it's only 10 points. It's kind of hard to pass on, but at the same time, if we can get something with radio, I feel like that's actually better. That's not what I wanted to take out. This, so like that. And we don't need to use it, but you know, have it or like having it or not having it. I'd rather have it. AT tab, once again, I would love to have Panzerschrecks and Partisani PTRD, but I just don't find room for them. I feel like we want to keep the 45mm for sure, because after that, the only thing that is very efficient against light armor is Valentine's, and they only are very slow, so I want to have the fast hook there. Cis 2s, once again, I want to have them in A and B phase. I'm not really comfortable with not having them, and then the Su-85 I feel like is really necessary in A phase if you have anything that requires a better answer than a Sherman, and 3 points is just too expensive after that. And you know, we have PTRDs on our infantry as well, so we don't necessarily need the squadron. We have Rosvetkas to do the AT. So even though I'd love to have, even though I'd love to have a Panzerschreck rather than the Rosvetka, I think we're going to keep it that way. Support tab, I'm going to get to that in a minute. So a recon tab, we can actually make another change. So I'm still not so sure about the Karadushka. I felt like it really performed well. That being said, I feel like having this as well might even be better against light armor, where you don't actually need the other Valentine. This one is just cheaper because the gun is a little bit worse, but you know, it's still decent enough and the armor is still good. I think against low light armor this will actually do, so I think we're actually going to take the Valentine free here. There's a Karadushka, although I still think that this can perform like miracles for 10 points only. This is basically 50 cal, it can do a lot of work. We've seen it partly here. What we could also do is vet these, although we don't want them fighting, so I'm not sure if it really makes that big of a difference. Although, I mean, then it's basically not going to miss. Oops, that's not what I wanted. So maybe we're actually going to do this. Because we're probably not going to need, like, what was that, 12 of them anyway. Now we have 9, that's still more than enough. Yeah, this one's kind of underwhelming with the 75 millimeters of armor, but yeah, nothing you can do. Now, the biggest issue for me here is the speed, as I said. Right now, there's only one infantry unit that is in fast transports in A phase, and this is really not good. At the same time, I also can't bring machine guns in fast transports, and as much as I would love to take the MG42, and I think it is actually the better choice here, I personally just prefer my speed, and so I'm going to take the SG43, even though it's worse significantly compared to the MG42. And then right here, so the Partisani weren't as bad as I felt, but the problem is they were up against really bad CQC infantry, so it's not really a statement on how great this is, right? Because they're not necessarily that good. It's just that their opponent, the opposing infantry, was much, much worse. I'm going to keep them for now. I'm going to have to wait and see how good they are. I mean, it's 8 for only 20, only 20 points, and you get 8 of them. Kind of hard to pass on that. But I want to have some CQC that also arrives fast, so I'm going to change. I think I'm going to change this here. I'm going to bring Saperi in A phase. In B phase, so the reason why I would rather take this in A phase than this is that we already have submachine gun and Molotovs in A phase with the Partisani, and in B phase it's much harder for me personally to micromanage the Saperi to do the ground attack thing if they actually are up against flamers. and then I'd rather have the tank goes there. And I think this is the way to go. Um, we, there is this thing right here. It's quite expensive now for this being my only fast range unit to arrive in A phase, and that kind of sucks. At the same time, I feel like ideally, you'd want to have the M2A1 with the unit that it actually needs to support, right? The tanko doesn't need it. As a pair, if you even can bring it, yeah, it doesn't need it either. Because it's going to be fighting in CQC anyway, so I think this is where we're going to leave it. And then the last change that I think I'm going to do is, because I've noticed that I didn't actually have any AT with my units, I'm going to take this one because it has the Panzerfaust, right? I just noticed that I had, like, because these do not have any AT, I had nothing there I could actually do anything against the tank. And I mean, yeah, these have the PTRDs, but it's just not enough. I think this is the way to go. And like that, it should probably work. I feel like I should have lost that game. I played it really poorly, and I had no idea what I was doing, but it went well. So, and I think that's definitely an interesting showcase to uh, what kind of matchups are good or bad for this division. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a great day and see you in the next one.